Welcome back to the Blissful Badger. Today, I want to introduce my 3D printing setup. As you can see, I have a nice little closet off of the garage, and it fits all of my 3D printers and the supplies I need to use them. And I'm hoping I'll actually have better results than previous attempts using my 3D printers. At the previous house, I had quite a few issues with my 3D printers. From strange striations, I was having a lot of peeling from the print plate. I was getting half printed models. I was getting smushed models. I had several that were printed partially, skipped a bit, printed more, skipped even more, and then printed again. That one was kind of strange. And overall, just poor luck with my 3D printers. And one plate that did successfully print properly had their feet melded into the first several layers. I made it look like they were walking through the swamp, but it was still slightly disappointing as a result. So with this new setup, I'm hoping I can solve many of those problems, and maybe I'll actually get some proper models out of it. So the first thing I did was I cleaned my Mars from top to bottom. I made sure that it had a new FEP and the plate was clean, and I re-leveled it. I used a new bottle of resin. I went and created a new plate on Lychee, made sure everything was good, and started printing. And 2 hours later, this was the result. Moment of truth. It looks like they might have printed okay. I have a successful print. Hooray! While I was waiting for that to print, I also made a second file and tried that out. I didn't capture the finished product, but I did get about a 1/4 inch of pulling off of the back side of my printer. But the models themselves were still okay. However, the ventilation system I had set up did not work. Every part of the house had printer resin smell. So, until I find a better solution for ventilation, I'm not going to be able to use my 3D printers in that closet. I still need to figure out how to fix that pulling issue, because it looks like it's the start of the issue I have had before, where half of the plate pulls off of the plate. And I don't want to put more time and resin into failed prints. So ultimately, I managed to get the 3D printer to work. I managed to get a successful print, but I still failed in setting up the 3D printer room for future prints. So with that said, I think instead of adding even more models to my pile, I should probably take care of the ones I have. I do enjoy the 11 that I managed to get this time, and I would love to get more in the future. But until I hit more of the pile of shame and find a better ventilation system, I'm going to stick with playing with plastic. If you have any suggestions on how to make my ventilation system work better, or why the plate is pulling up in the back corner, please let me know. I'm actually thrilled that I got one plate fully proper and almost a second one working, but again, it's going to be a little while before I can try it out again. Hope it was enjoyable, and until next time, I hope you find your bit of bliss.